All right, Bourbon Quest. Whew. Bourbon Steve here as your host. What a day, what a day. Well, I'm going strong. This is about the fourth video today that we're doing, so as always, stay hydrated, my friends. What are we doing? We're doing bookers. We got all four batches from 2021. The first two have already been opened. These are brand new, both the Bardstown Batch and Noe Strangers. I have went ahead and uncorked them an hour or so ago. Went ahead and poured them in the old infinity bottle so we don't have to waste time with that. We'll do an unboxing instead of an uncorking because I already did that, but I've already mixed these up. Before we get into the glasses, let's take a look at the bottles. We have the first batch from this year is Donohoe's Batch. Let you take a closer look at Donohoe's Batch with the blue tag on there. Followed up by Batch 2, Tagalong, with the green tag on there. And then we're going to unbox these. So Batch 3, unboxing, is the Bardstown Batch with the red label on it. We'll get back to that in a minute. And then the last unboxing, Batch 4, which is the Noe Strangers, which is like a blue, navy, whatever. So we've got all four. I've had the first two before. This will be my first experience with Batch 3 and Batch 4. So we'll put those over to the side. And I'm not going to read the cards and get into all those details because I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright. And then, whichever one of these wins tonight, I'll put in for Bourbon Quest Whiskey of the Year. But before we get into that, again, I just want to say, stay hydrated, my friends. Alright. And we'll taste these in just a second, but just a quick review on these. For 2021, the 01 is Donohoe's Batch, which is 125.3 proof, 6 years, 11 months, and 4 days. Batch 2 for this year is Tagalong, which is 6 years and 5 months on the dot, 127.9 proof. Batch 3 is the Bardstown Batch, which is 6 years and 5 months on the nose, 125.5 proof. And then the latest batch, 04, is Noe Strangers, which is 6 years, 6 months, and 12 days at 124.4 proof. Alright, see if we can power through. Alright, got it. Let's set this up here a little bit so I can get to my notes as we go through the tastings here. And these are all mixed up, so they're in no order. Alright. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Alright, so that is very sweet and caramelly. Oh. Now getting some more of that ethanol coming through. And the proof, I mean, these are all fairly high proof, like from 124 to 128. I mean, you definitely get the proof on that, and then I get caramel and butterscotch, like Werther's butterscotch. A little bit of peanuttiness, not a lot. I mean, I'm really getting more butterscotch and definitely the heat on that, and caramel, touch of vanilla. Alright, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah. I mean, really great mouthfeel. You get that deep hug. The viscosity. Get that Werther's butterscotch and caramel with vanilla. I mean, I'm not going to be able to take hardly more than one sip of these, with this being the 4th video of the day and these all being high proof, but that's pretty fantastic. I won't say that it's complex, but the notes that are there are deep and rich and plentiful. Not complex, but plentiful. Alright, let's go to the second one here. This one is less ethanol on the nose and more peanutty. I mean, you still get the ethanol, but I don't think as much as the first one. And more cherry coming through and peanut. Not the butterscotch that like the first one had. Yeah. Cherry and vanilla. Caramel. Again. Well, let's go to the palate before I make a comment. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, that's like more cherry and caramel and toffee than the butterscotch that I got on the first one. A little bit less on the hug. So first one I got butterscotch. This one is more toffee and caramel. Less proof than the first. Again, I would say not complex. Not as deep of a hug or viscosity as the first one. But again, very nice, very enjoyable. The 3 to 4 notes that I get off that initially are again good and deep and rich, but not complex. So that would be second based upon that. Whew. These Bookers, especially when you're doing 4 of them and it being the 4th shoot of the day, like this is obviously not my first shoot of the day or my first whiskey. We're several in. Granted, we've had some breaks in between, but whew, doing this for you guys. Hope you appreciate it, Bourbon Quest. And if you do so, please smash that like button, hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and leave some comments. Let me know what your thought are on these Booker lineups. I mean, the first 2 I've really liked a lot and would like to spend some more time with them. That ain't happening today, though. Today we're just trying to get through the review and the tasting. So, alright, the third one. I probably put the ethanol on this one in between 1 and 2. I mean, as far as the ethanol, the proof on the nose, I would put it between 1 and 2. I don't get a lot of notes other than the ethanol on it, though. Not that the ethanol is overpowering, it's just that, again, I don't think there's a lot of complexity here. These are all 6-year-old whiskeys. Yeah, this one's just peanut and cherry. Nothing exciting other than the ethanol, which I like, but alright. So at this point, this would be number 3 just based upon the nose, but let's see what the palate offers. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, this one is sweet on the front, and then you get to the middle and it's like pine needles. pine needles and wet peanut shells. I get a little bit more of that pine now on the nose. Alright, I am going to take one more little sip of this one, but yeah. It's like high rye spice and then pine needles. But spice, like rice spice, wet peanut shells, and pine needles is what I get. Alright. I think I can do this. One more. Excuse me. That's why I brought out 2 glasses of water, because I thought I might need it to get through this one. So, yeah, right now 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's see what 4 has to offer. Alright. Off the nose, this one's the best on the nose so far. It's very sweet. Caramel, peanut, vanilla, a little bit of spice. Some toasted orange peel. A touch of pine, not like the needles on this one, just a touch of pine. Spice, a little black pepper. It's probably closer to 2 as far as the ethanol on the nose. The ethanol doesn't come, there's more complexity to this one on the nose. And while there's ethanol there, it's not overpowering as much as at least the first 2. Alright. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. I think that one's also the most complex on the palate, because I'm getting a lot more notes with cherry, toasted orange, vanilla, toffee, caramel, butterscotch, black pepper, rye spice. Alright, so I think it's going to come down to 1 and 4. So let's revisit those real quick. And see how we end up with this. Now that I've been on these higher proofs and not getting quite as much on the ethanol on this now as I was at first, but still not a lot of complexity there. The noses are very similar. This one's still more complex as far as the notes I'm getting off of it. And now, alright, it's going to come down to the taste. The noses are fairly similar on these. Although, similar on the ethanol, this one has more notes on the nose. Yeah. Alright, so this one has a slight edge on the nose. Let's go in for the taste. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, just sweet butterscotch, toffee, vanilla, cherry. That's quite delicious. All right. I think the first one is sweeter, smoother, not as complex, but the flavor profile on that is so fantastic that I'm going to stay with number 1, and then 4 will be second, third will be third, and fourth will be fourth. Anyway, that's how I'm ranking them. So let's see how they stack up. Let's see here. Fourth, third, second, and first. All right. Last place goes to D, which is Noe Strangers. I kind of find that surprising based upon some of the other whiskey tubers that I've watched. I think they were between 3 and 4 as their favorite, but no, I don't agree with that at all. So yeah, that's last. Third is C. Motherfucker. Bardstown Batch. Well, I guess in full and fair disclosure, I will say is that could be to the fact that these were just open today. Been open for an hour, 2 hours at the most, whereas these have been open for, several months each. The first one obviously more than the second one, but alright, so let's see how these hold up. So A is second, which is Donohoe's batch, which I'm really surprised because I didn't like Donohoe's at all. And I liked it a lot more today. And then first place is obviously B, which was Tagalong. And I will say, out of these 4 batches, the one I do have a duplicate of is the Tagalong. So, guess I'm happy about that. Alright, so let's put them in the order that they should go. Tagalong was first, followed by Donohoe's, Bardstown, and Noe Strangers. I'm really surprised about that, to be honest with you. And again, I think it could be due to these being just freshly opened today and obviously not experienced as much airtime as the first 2. That's got a lot of work to do. Maybe it will change, but not digging the Noe Strangers right now. And that's the latest release, so I mean, I hate to say it because it could change if it does open up and gets better, but my initial content is that's a pass. I mean, at least, because I think you could probably find at least these 2. You might be able to find all 4 of these. Obviously, the newer releases are going to be a little bit easier to find than the latter, but right now, my recommendation is if you see this, I'd probably pass. See if you can get one of these other 3, or wait for next year's. I don't know. I mean, I'd pass on that one, at least on my initial review. That one's okay. I mean, I don't have anything negative to say about that. This one had some negatives, but I would probably say, at $90 to $100, it's a pass. So pass. I did not like Donohoe's the first time. Let me rinse my palate out. Yeah. Pass. At the price, it's a pass. And that's the problem, and I think that's the polarizing thing with Booker's is, yes, they're high proof, but they're 6-year-old whiskeys. They don't match up, in my opinion, to Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, which are 8 years, usually the same proof point, right around the same proof point. And at least $20 cheaper. You can get you should be able to get one 65 to 85, and these are running 90 to 100, or maybe even a little bit more, but typically 90 to 100 bucks. So for $20 to $30 less than Elijah Craig barrel proof with older whiskey, I think beats these down. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit more. I have a backup of at least my favorite of these four. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Alright, I do. I really like this one. It's very sweet, very toffee and caramel. Everything I said before. Pass, pass, pass. I'll give this a 1 thumbs up. I won't say it's spectacular or anything, but it's really, really good. I enjoyed this one. I would give it a thumbs up. I would give that one a buy. The other three, go buy something else. Get you an Elijah Craig barrel proof. And honestly, even the one that I picked out, the Tagalong, if I had to choose between it and Elijah Craig barrel proof, Elijah Craig. Enough said. Sorry, Bookers, but I mean, I love the packaging, the boxing. I love the Booker family, the Noe family, but based upon value, I think they're under delivering on these. They over deliver on some other stuff, but I'm starting to go downhill on definitely on Bookers. I don't think they're worth what they charge. Yeah, so I got basically $400 worth of booze here in front of me, and only one of them would I potentially buy. Well, I did buy it again. I have a backup of the Tagalong, so obviously I did. But you know, let's see what you got in 2022. If it's this same consistency. 2019 was great. 2020 was good. 2021 I think has been a disappointment. Now I will say about 2020 is I only did 3 releases out of the 4, and I've got them over there. Obviously I'm not going to do all fucking 7 of them. I'm going to be dead. But yeah, I was disappointed there wasn't 4 releases, but from what I recall, 2020 was better than 2021. I will say that. Let me bring them out here, just real quick, just so that you know the batch names. So 2020, you had the first batch was Granny's batch, which wasn't great, but I think it was at least better than those 3. Then that's the 4th one. And then 03 was my favorite, the pigskin batch. The pigskin batch was really, really good. I like the pigskin batch. So you had Granny's batch, the pigskin batch. This one I accidentally picked up by accident. This is from 2019, Beaten Biscuits, which was good. And we're going to have to kill some of these off. We're getting too many Bookers in the house. I don't know where it is. Alright, I'll find the other one later. I can't find it right now. But, what was 2020-02? I know I haven't killed it. You had Granny's batch, Pigskin batch. I honestly don't remember what the second one was. At least offhand I don't. But the 2019 one I had, Beaten Biscuits, is really good. Alright, I'm rambling. So, Pass, pass, pass. Thumbs up. From last year, Pigskin Batch was my favorite. And then I just, like I said, I started my journey in 2020, so I was able to pick up a 2019 04, which is the Beaten Biscuits, which I really did like. I did hunt for a while for a country ham, which I didn't obtain, unfortunately. I heard that was really freaking awesome. Alright, that's enough about Bookers, but kind of disappointed in overall. I do like Beaten Biscuits. I do like Pigskin. I do like Tagalong, but I don't remember what the other one was. Alright, I'm rambling. I'm drunk. But hope you found it valuable. And we need to kill some Bookers. I'm getting too many Bookers. And then we got 4 more coming out in 2022, which is a week away. So, alright. So we'll put Tagalong over to the side to go into contention for Bourbon of the Year. I don't have high hopes for it, but we'll let it enter the ring. Alright, that wraps up this video. Just close by saying, as always, my wish for you is that all your bourbon quest dreams come true. That's a wrap.